Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. There to make minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 7.
Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down now, Connor pushing his way through. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Play action. It's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On play action, Allen. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Allen off the play fake. He finds his man complete. That's Sharp. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. On first down, it's Sharp. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Deebo Samuel. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Escaping the pressure right.
Second and 8.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the move to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they act.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Drop deep, drop deep. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st down, Allen. Forced out to his left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. The Charles on the losing side.